Yeah, you actually just turn into like a Gooner Werewolf that like just freaking
Gooner
can't help himself.
Werewolf.
It's
Yeah.
Title of the
Episode name, yeah, episode name.
Am I the asshole here for replacing everything my wife loses when she organizes against my will? Am I the asshole here for watching movies that my spouse doesn't approve of? This is Bello. What's worse, this gift or showing up with a Costco pallet of deodorant?
This is Darrien. I mean, turtles are definitely racist.
This is Paddy.
You one goat, you're the goat fucker.
This is Jury of Your Peers. Let's go. Boys, we're back.
Again.
We're recording. We're doing another episode. We have people to judge, things to do. We're all really busy, and our lives are all fantastic and great because me and Darrien just got married.
What? Hey, married. Shout out. There's like two people, and they're like, these sons of bitches. We get it. You're married and happy.
To be honest, the people watching are probably were at your wedding. But to be fair, we have a TikTok. We have an Instagram. We're on YouTube if you want to go watch the video. We're there. We're on the podcast app. We're on the Spotify app. We have another podcast. Paddy, hit us with the 7-second pitch.
College football, sports, TBD to come. Fun things in store.
Interesting.
I like it.
Darrien, give us the 15-second pitch on your wedding.
My wedding was awesome. It was filled with love and happiness. Lots of tears. It was really sad. Honestly, they said that it was the greatest wedding that they had ever seen. So honestly, I take that as a badge of honor. Love my wife. Awesome.
That's pretty good.
You forgot
that was pretty good.
a key detail, and I'll let you eventually get there when the time is right. But key details are left out.
What? No, I had to hit the important things.
That's fair. That was not important.
Yeah.
It was just hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, also the boys were both there. It was a JYP wedding. I will throw that out.
It was.
I will say I gave a speech. I gave a speech at the wedding after lots of tears were shed on the reception dance floor, and I almost shouted out the podcast.
I really thought you were going to. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I really thought about it.
The boys a point in the back because we were sitting next to each other. Which, by the way, you sat us in the back corner table.
No. I didn't. My wife did. Oh, that still feels weird.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't it?
I said it today, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's going to take some getting used to. But no, it was super cool. And then, I started the speech by saying, you guys know if there's a mic in a room, I'm going to find a way to get on it. And I almost said, listen to Jury of Your Peers. I plugged it to the wedding photographer. She asked, to be fair. She was like, oh, you do a podcast? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, what is it? I'll listen. And I was like, oh, boy. I was like, yeah, we're really dumb. Just expect it. But she was chill.
Yep. We're going to get a whole mini-sode on the topic, so don't you worry, because we have flights, rehearsal dinner, wedding itself, after party, burgers,
jail.
We'll get into that on the next episode of the Deliberation Room, so don't you all worry. We have some stories to read. Before we get there,
I do love that I put my ear to my microphone as if that is where the sound is coming from.
Microphone was gonna make it louder.
It's all for, effect. It's all for the visual. So that the viewer is not bored when they're looking at, our beautiful faces.
Yeah, because surely they don't get bored watching.
Yeah, they're not going to get... I have a mustache now. Full-on mustache.
This is true.
It is.
It's true. Well, it seems like Paddy's mustache has some people to judge, so let's get right into it. Am I the asshole here for replacing everything my wife loses when she organizes against my will? This comes from Reddit user awkward-bluejay5850.
One Macaulay Culkin. It's not, great. It's not bad. So I'll give it right in the middle.
There you go. Not bad. My wife and I each have private rooms in our house. Nothing weird. no locks on the doors. They are just our private areas. We also have areas of responsibility. She has the kitchen, and I have the garage. That means that when I use the kitchen to cook, and when I clean up, I return it to the order that she has determined is the best. When she uses the garage for some project, aka tools or whatever, tools get put back where they belong, and she cleans up after herself. The problem is that she's a neat freak. She cannot stand clutter. I, on the other hand, have no problem putting my purchases in my room to deal with later. Whether it's toys or computer parts, I will leave them in the corner until I get to them. My personal mess does not pass the threshold of my door. My wife sees this as a personal insult. She will go into my area and organize. And then she will forget where she put my stuff.
Dude, I am triggered by this. My wife is also one of those people. She's like one of those people who will like find a nook for something that it like fits in like perfectly. Like, you know, those like videos where like a ball like slides perfectly into like a thermos or something. Like, that's the type of stuff that she enjoys. So she'll like put all these things and it's like perfectly organized. And then this drives me up the wall. I'll be like, have you seen this? And she'll be like, no, I didn't touch it. And then I will find it in a place that only she would put it. I'm like, I have never once ever even used this location. And here it is. You definitely did touch it. I was like, you definitely did put it here. I'm already triggered. This guy is not the asshole. I don't care how the rest of the story goes. Unless he like, I don't know, like slaps her or something. Then he's probably good in my book. Because this hits so close to home for me.
Interesting. Yeah, you're going to regret the next sentence here when he's like, yeah, she lost my socks, and so I beat the shit out of her, actually.
I'd be like, I got to stick to my guns. I'm sorry. I already laid down the law.
A man's got to do what a man's got to do. I'm kidding.
Yes, disclaimer. We do not support abuse of any kind. Mental either.
We don't do that to women.
We told this story, right?
Oh, yeah.
On the
told
podcast.
it, like,
I think it's
times.
been told several times.
Oh, you know, my
Okay,
brother
good.
still references, because that's a story from my brother. He still references. He's like, is that my story? And I'm like, yes, that is where I got that from.
Greatest story ever. That is hilarious.
So, I've started placing whatever she loses. For example, I like to wear black Carhartt coveralls when I'm working in the garage or riding my motorcycle. So if I spot some on sale, I'll buy them and put them in the closet until I wear out the ones I'm currently using. First of all, how often do you go through overalls? You have to like replace
He's
them
in
and
there
have backups.
sitting on a belt sander, man.
I
Maybe.
feel like I've had the same pair of jeans like 10 years.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, jeans don't break. They just don't fit you anymore. Like that. Like jeans don't break. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe this guy's a professional knife sharpener and is around belt sanders all day.
And then he puts his butt on him. And then
yeah,
it
exactly.
grinds right through it.
Grinds on the butt.
Yep, butt grinder. Yes, we are grown men, ladies and gentlemen. Hey,
That just brought me like such a like funny fucking visual with a dude just sitting on a belt sander being like, "Oh no, fuck, my coveralls,
my Carhartt pants." Stop sitting on the grinder, man.
She decided that coveralls don't belong folded in the closet. I actually forgot this line. I finally wore the ass out of the ones I was currently using.
I knew it! I knew it! He's sitting on the belt sander. He's literally sitting on them. Because how do you wear the butt out of pants? What does your butt look like? Send us a picture to the Reddit. r/Year of Your Peers.
What could, like, do you sit on sandpaper every day? Like, what the fuck do you do?
Dude, I have no idea. And how do you... Yeah. He's got something weird going on. Maybe he's a cowboy or something. Maybe he sits on a saddle or something all day, every day.
Sits on something. Sits on Grinder.
Yes. Suchly.
I went into my closet, and the spare set was missing. I asked her where they went, and she couldn't remember. She looked through all the closets in the laundry room and she couldn't find them. So I went and bought new ones out of our fun budget. Now she is upset because she eventually found the other pair in with all the Christmas gifts. She buys Christmas gifts all year long whenever she finds a good sale on something. She thinks I could have been more patient. I think she should stay out of my room, or at the very least, not take things out of the room without making a note of where she moved them.
So this is his wife? This is his wife and they have separate rooms?
Yes, and it
like
seems
their room. It's like if you were to have like a man cave, that would be your room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for him it's a garage. And it's
like their like personal area where they can do your game room or your man cave. Like she's like into, I don't know, pottery.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the pottery cave.
Well, I'm gonna start with something. I don't know where I sit yet. We need to deliberate before I can make a final decision in my mind.
I was rooting for her, but unfortunately, I don't know.
I will say though, you guys ever heard those stories where they're like, dude's dropping off a washer dryer, and he's like, "You did not make this her birthday gift, right?" And it's like, "Yeah, no." He's like, "Oh god, because that was a bad scene at the last house."
Oh, so like literally somebody else gave a washer dryer as a birthday gift?
Like a husband gave a washer dryer as a birthday gift to his wife.
That's a kick-ass birthday gift.
I'm very curious if in his head he's like, we have our own separate spaces. I have the garage where I do my hobbies, and she has the kitchen.
Oh, you're thinking like misogynist. Stay out of my man cave.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's a cook and that's her thing is she loves to cook. But that gives me a bit of a vibe of like, in her area is the kitchen. Babe, you love the kitchen. You're there. I see you cleaning it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're like, dude, no.
This feels like a wild assumption, though. This feels like a wild assumption.
Did he say that her area was the kitchen and I missed it?
Yes.
He did?
Yes.
Read that line again.
What?
We both have private rooms in our house. Nothing weird. We have responsibility. She has the kitchen, and I have the garage.
Oh,
so he is a misogynist. Okay.
Damn.
To say your wife's private room is her kitchen is just.
Yeah, that's not the same as having the garage. Like,
so what
are you talking about?
This guy's the ass.
Yeah, this guy, bad guy.
My only thing is, like, maybe she is a chef. Like, maybe she's legit. Like, I love to cook. Like, that is my thing, is I make very elaborate meals. But, like...
She's a trad wife. Maybe. You know, some people are into that. We know a couple people who would be really into that life. You know, kitchen, sleep, kitchen again, sleep, kids, sleep.
Kitchen, sleep, kitchen, kids,
grocery
sleep.
store.
Grocery store, book club, but really it's a cover for you going out and cheating on your husband.
Oh.
Then, you know, you come back, you sleep, shower, sleep, you know.
That's true. Cheating and going straight to sleep without showering is crazy work. That is some bananas shit to do. Can you imagine?
No.
There's some fucked up stories. There's worse than just not showering.
I know, but that's one of those little things that's like, even shower? You smell like the other bitch. Are you kidding
I think
me?
I know what podcast you're talking about, Paddy.
Yeah.
I do think I know the clip that you're talking about. For the viewers at home, we're not gonna be vague posting kings. Let's just say a lady had a little rendezvous with an ex.
Midnight
possibly.
rendezvous when she was in bed with her husband already.
Yes, and then she came back, had a secondary rendezvous.
Oh.
And there was some mixing of some things.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Bad.
Didn't even shower. Gross.
Didn't shower. Really, left it all there.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, left it all there. If that makes sense.
I never loved you.
Yes.
Is what that says.
Yeah. No, like I can't get over how much this triggers the shit out of me though. Cause like my first thing would be like, why did you put it with the Christmas presents? What like
it's
in
a tough
what
spot
world
to put it.
is that neat? Like, you know that you're not going to touch these things until Christmas. So why are you putting it there in the first place? And I could see myself getting irrationally angry about this. Like, being like, okay, so I went out and bought it. And what I will say is, though, it's messed up that he seems to be taking the money to, like, replace it out of, like, a joint fund without asking her. Like, it seems like super passive aggressive. Like, oh, like, she loses it. Like, but you know it's somewhere in the house, and then you take your joint money to go and buy another pair. Like, get over it, dude. But, like, I can't get past the fact that I hate it when I'm looking for something, and I know exactly, like, do you guys do this as well, where it's like, yes, it may look cluttered from the outside eye, but you know where every single thing is. Like, you're like, oh, yeah, it's over there under the piece of paper next to the gum wrapper. That's where I put it. But, like, you know. And then somebody moves it and you're like, oh, where was it? It was under the paper next to the gum wrapper and now it's gone. And then they can't find it. And you're like, oh, my God. Now I don't have it.
But
Great.
no, like, if it's cluttered and, like, messy, my brain sometimes, like, malfunctions. And it's not because I need it to be clean all the time. It, like, if my girlfriend could speak, she would say, yeah, he's definitely not clean all the time. But when I get into a headspace of, like, everything's everywhere, I need to clean it, then I go like that. But I am very practical with where I put things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't put things just places that they fit. I put them places where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. See, that's the difference. Like, my wife, like, puts stuff where it fits, and it will make no sense. I'll open up, like, the
I can
junk
have
drawer.
it not fit, and it doesn't quite look right, but, like, it's out of the way, it's cleaned, so I'm good with that. Like, it can stick out past, like, where it's supposed to be by, like, an inch, and for some people, that would be like, that doesn't work, it doesn't fit, like, I need to find a different place. For me, I'm like, it fits there.
Yeah.
Me having ADD, I spend my fucking life misplacing shit, so I can't blame my wife. That's purely on me. That I will go through this exact same scenario, but with myself. The other day, funny enough, I left my car keys in a tool bag in my garage. I have no fucking idea when I put them there. But I was, like, losing my mind, like, running late for... Yeah, it's always when you're running late. I was like, okay, if I leave right now, I'm probably fine. Where are my keys? Where the fuck are they? And
you normally have another problem when you're running late to something and something goes.
Yes.
What if you just had to go to the bathroom for the next 20 minutes?
Well, you
right
see,
now.
So that's the ADD and the IBS communicating with each other. They're like, wait,
when one falls behind, the other one is like, I got you, dog. Don't even worry.
Yeah,
Don't
my
even
IBS
trip,
and my
big
ADD
dog.
like dap each other up every day.
Yeah, like, I think I also have that moment where I go like, okay, this is now crossed a threshold from, like, just general clutter to I need to clean everything. It's like one or the other.
I do
like,
one big clean.
And then it looks really clean for 5 minutes, and then I mess it up. But also, I'm so habitual, like, where I just am like, okay, I know that every time I walk in, I'm going to put my keys on my hook. I know that I'm going to put my wallet on the coffee table. But the few times that I don't do that, it really throws me off. Like, I completely will lose it. Like, I put it in the same place every time. The one time I just toss my keys onto the couch, might as well have gone into an abyss, because I will not know where it is for the next day and a half. Yep. And then I'm always thinking to myself, like, I would have put it here, but I don't know. Like, perfect example, I left my jacket in my house. I stayed with my parents the day before my wedding. And I literally, like, put on my jacket the next morning to make sure that I did not forget it whenever I went to the hotel. And so, like, I put the jacket on, and in hindsight, I then proceeded to sit downstairs, take the jacket off, and leave it on the back of the chair. Oh. But I remembered distinctly being like, I need to not forget this. So I thought that I had brought it and that it just disappeared. And I was like, oh my God, where is it? And then you guys know this, but it was freezing one of the days like there. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be freezing my ass off. But like that was like my brain just skipped over me taking it off. I had to like text my mom and be like, can you check for this jacket? And it was there.
Yeah, losing shit sucks, especially when you have like a distinct. What gets me is like when I have a distinct memory. Like I'm like, no, I know that it was there. I know for a fact, and then I can't remember the 2 steps after that.
I had a big problem growing up losing winter coats. To the point where it pissed my mom off so much that she threw a sweatshirt at me and said, "Take this. You won't lose this, and I'm never buying you a coat again."
Damn, she is ready.
She did buy me.
She was ready to kill you. She said, "Take this one, okay?
You know,
you don't get a freaking coat."
Baby boy gets what he wants. I'm just like,
that's true.
I'm the firstborn child. She can say, "Oh, I'm getting it."
Being the son of a mother, man. Being the son of a mother, you're always going to get, they're soft on you.
Man,
Firstborn son gets something special.
Oh, yeah.
There's always a little bit of leeway.
I lived my life on hand-me-downs for 15 years. But my big thing when I was a kid growing up, and it pisses me off now, being who I am, the amount of Game Boys and DSs that I left in places growing up, and like games I left in places growing up. Like, I would want to play those games now. You know how bad I want a Game Boy Advanced SP with Pokemon Emerald? You know how much I need that in my life right now? For me to have lost like probably 3 of them growing up.
I know, and they were so cheap back then too.
I know.
Like now they're so expensive.
How much would one of those be back in the day?
I feel like it was no more
back in the day, referring to our childhood. Are we that old now?
Yes.
So
there's advertisements. I actually find one of the Game Boy Advance SP. It's a commercial of a kid at prom dancing with a girl, and he's holding it behind her back as they're dancing, and he's playing it, and then it just cuts, and it goes $99.99.
I was about to say it couldn't have been more than $100.
Isn't that insane to get a console, even a handheld? Console for sub $100.
Dude, our phones are like $1,000.
Switch 2 is like $499. I want to say.
I want to Switch 2, but I can't support the greed machine that is Nintendo. I want to Switch 2 so bad though.
I know.
Evil.
I know my girlfriend has the. I highly doubt it's the Switch 2. I'm pretty sure it's just the first iteration, but it is a lot of fun. We play Mario Kart.
Yeah,
I have the original Switch.
I want for the record everyone to know I win.
I mean, yeah, she's a girl. She can't drive. Duh.
You signed my death sentence.
Fuck. I think it's we need to get back to the story and make some conclusions. And I'm saying that as someone who I still don't know if this guy's the asshole or not. I think I know where I'm leaning. Based on what I've heard, I will make one more point that maybe he has, but he doesn't say it in the story. I need a paragraph that says, I sat down and I talked to her about it, and I told her that it really, really bothers me when she does this. Because I know so many dudes that are like, and this includes me, like I've had stupid shit like this, like I do it before, where it's like, God, this really pisses me off. And you're like passive aggressive about it, or maybe you're kind of like, really? It's like, yeah, but have you ever formally been like, hey, this pisses me off, please stop. Like, it gets under my skin. If you haven't, you can't just be like, well, I've been passive aggressive and I've sighed really loudly whenever you've done it. How did you not know?
Eyes.
Yeah.
But anything else before we vote?
It's voting time.
I'm good.
Darrien, this guy the asshole.
Man, I was ping-ponging back and forth right up until this moment. I am gonna go, you are the asshole. Here's why, right? The actual core part of the problem of your wife going into your space, quote unquote, grabbing your stuff, putting it in really obscure places, I would have been like, okay, not the asshole. But I think with the context of the fact that, A, you said her space was a kitchen, I cannot assume that she is a chef. you're probably a dick. And also, I don't like passive aggressiveness. Like, these boys can tell you, like, if I have a problem with something, I'm going to say it. I'm just going to straight up tell you.
We'll hear about it.
Yeah, like, I will just be like, this is an issue and we need to fix it.
The bartender will be hearing from me.
Yeah. So, like, I can't get behind the passive aggressive, like, oh, I'm just going to take money that probably we're both working for and take it and buy the thing that you put away. Because at the end of the day, it's not like, it would be different if you were saying, like, she takes my stuff and throws it away if she doesn't think I need it. But, like, literally, she's just putting it in a different place and you're wasting joint money, which tells me there's, like, some weird power dynamic going on. And I just don't love that. So, yeah, you are the asshole.
Paddy.
Yes. You are the asshole. Yes, her private room is the kitchen. It feels like, one, that's fucked up, and then two, it's like an overreaction to her trying to help. Yes, probably annoying. I understand that. But if you don't tell that person that it's annoying to you, like, and then you just get mad when they're trying to be helpful, you are an asshole.
And with that being said, sir, you are the asshole with 3 votes.
Clean.
Back in the winning column.
That was good though, because that was I knew that one was gonna be a little bit on both ways.
It was like close. I think.
I mean, you started off by saying that you would never vote that guy to be an asshole.
If you hadn't brought up the point of the passive aggressiveness and probably never having sat down and talked to her, I would have gone, you're not the asshole. But when you said it, I was like, you're right. He didn't mention that. He talked to her about it because, like, I fucking hate it when people are, like, not upfront about the things that bother them. I think it causes so many issues. So,
yep,
you swayed me.
And yeah, if he told me, like, oh, my wife's area is the kitchen and mine's the laundry room, so she does kitchen chores and I'm the laundry chore guy, and she keeps fucking with my shit, like she keeps moving shit around, and I'm the one that does the laundry. Very different. But the fact that he teed it up as like, our personal spaces. Mine's the garage where I have my motorcycle and my Carhartt overalls. And
mine is where I have fun, and the others is where she cooks us dinner every night.
Yeah,
she seems to love it in there. Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears over this freaking peach cobbler that has to be a certain way, like my mom made it, or else I'll freak out and hit her.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Story.
Yeah. Número 2. Am I the asshole here for watching movies that my spouse doesn't approve of? This comes from Reddit user Space Manatee 777.
Ooh, I really like that. We're gonna go 15 Macaulay Culkins.
That's really
I think
good.
Very solid. I think that might be the highest score I've given so far. It's between that and the giant face Macaulay Culkin that was in one of the episodes, but that's a very strong name. Great
I thought
name.
you gave a 15, maybe a 14 one other time. Can't remember the name though.
Maybe. I don't remember.
For context,
So this guy's watching porn, right?
It has to be like
that
fucking.
right?
It has to be
Like,
like.
just before we get into the story, like,
He
It
said
ha-
movies like that. Oh, that okay.
well,
It-
the title is "Am I the asshole for watching movies that my spouse doesn't approve of?" He watches
It's
Game of
either
Thrones,
that-
but he skips to certain scenes every single time.
it's either that or
yes.
he's like
He has all the
gooning out
timestamps
to
written down.
Minecraft or some shit, and it's like really
Well, in
weird.
that case, you are the asshole. If you're gooning to Minecraft and you're trying to defend it,
Chicken
you are the
jockey.
asshole. You are going probably to jail eventually. So, heads up.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, just straight up watching porn or very aggressive shit that is practically porn, or like he's like, yeah, I love watching Sonic the Hedgehog, the TV show from when I was a kid, specifically the scenes with Rouge the Bat in it. You're like, what does that mean?
She is pretty provocative.
I don't remember this, so I have no visual to
Imagine,
understand.
I'll
like,
start reading, Patty. You look up Rouge the Bat.
Yeah, imagine like an old school,
How do you
like,
spell rouge?
dom.
I think it's literally spelled Rogue, but pronounced Rouge, I think. For context, I, 26 male, and my
Okay.
spouse,
Oh, yeah.
28 female.
Patty's like, oh, me too, bro.
This guy's got good taste.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Have been married for over 5 years. We both
Married since 21.
Married since 21.
Wow. I don't know. We just recently reacted to a story where they were married since 22, and it did not end well. So, praying for you.
We were both raised in the Mormon church, which I left on my own over 3 years ago. For those who don't know, R-rated movies and shows are vehemently discouraged by church leadership. Since I left the Mormon church, I started watching movies and shows with mature content. The first time I mentioned that I was going to watch an R-rated movie, my wife and I got into a big fight. She has since stated that she doesn't want me to watch movies with explicit material, citing that she doesn't feel comfortable with nudity and violence. Mainly nudity, in parentheses.
Obviously.
Dudes
In the
watch
media-
Game of Thrones.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah.
Mainly nudity in the media I want to consume. I don't share her reservations. Sorry, that was the last half of that sentence.
The way you read it made it
know.
sound like he's like, nudity's the media I want to consume.
Oh, yeah, fair. Nudity and violence in the media I want to consume, yeah. I don't share her reservations, but because I respect her decision to not watch them, I don't even suggest R-rated movies when we watch movies together. Whenever I tell her that I want to watch a new movie that is rated R, she will look up the parental guide and usually fights hard against me going if there is any nudity, regardless of brevity or the sex of the actor. It has gotten to the point where I feel like I'm back in high school asking my parents for permission to go to a party. Because it's such a conflict every time I mention an R-rated movie, I have started to just watch movies on my own using a profile she doesn't have knowledge of or access to. I want to be able to watch the movies I'm interested in without feeling like I need her permission or like I have to hide them. Am I being an asshole for watching movies I know she wouldn't approve of, or should the decision about which movies I watch be solely mine?
Very. I can vote right
Yeah.
now. Very.
But we have to stretch for the airtime, Patty.
Very.
Let's discuss.
Shit.
I think no comment on Mormons in general. You know, live your truth, whatever. But like
That in itself felt like a
no.
comment.
No. Everyone should live their own truth. My truth is different than your truth is different than, you know,
Well,
normal
I'll
people.
give you a
No,
pro
I'm
tip,
kidding.
Darrien. If you want people to live their truth, don't go, yeah, live your truth or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, you know, people think things. I mean, you know, whatever. Who's to say I'm right? You know, maybe I'd die and turn into like a frog or something. Who fucking knows? But
Oh, that'd be sick.
I mean, that would be cool. Ribbiting around or
Yeah, I just
whatever.
want to sit on a
Whatever
lily
they
pad
do.
all day.
They hop.
Mm-hmm.
I get it and I don't get it because at the end of the day, like once you're married, like you kind of have to consider people's like thoughts and opinions and like what makes them comfortable. I really wish he had said whether or not his wife is still in the Mormon church. Like I
would
think that
assume
would have
she
helped
is.
me.
If he said that he left, I feel
Yeah.
like if she left, he would have said we left or she
Yeah,
left later.
Yeah.
He doesn't say explicitly, but I'll quote, I think it's almost a guarantee, which I left on my own over 3 years ago.
Yeah, there's
So
no
about-
way
So-
that he would not have clarified that she left at a later time or then.
Mhm.
Yeah. From what I know about the Mormon church, like honestly, you leaving is borderline a deal breaker because there's so many things about it that are so outside of like what like just everyday people do. Like they're really dedicated
Dude,
to
they
what they're
go
doing.
to like BYU and do interviews where they're like, "Would you rather kill a puppy or drink like a Red Bull?"
Literally.
And they're
Yeah,
like, "God, I'm gonna have to drown the puppy," and they're like,
Yeah,
we didn't
puppy's gotta
say
go.
anything about drowning."
They've already thought about this dilemma. That's why they've been plotting what would
What?
happen. No, but like they're really dedicated to that shit. So it's like, you know, you might as well. I won't say this because I don't want to wish this on your life, but you might as well have like just divorced at that point, because
Yeah.
you just have two different ways of looking at life at that point. And it's like, any amount of nudity, regardless of the sex and stuff, like she's looking up stuff, like honestly, you need to set it as a boundary for yourself and be like, this is something I want to do. If you're going to have a problem with it every time, this is just going to be a problem forever. But you like circumventing it and like going behind her back and like watching it like is also a shitty thing to do. Like you should just be, I said it on the last, but like just be upfront. Be like, this is an issue and maybe you guys can make it through, but you're kind of removing that opportunity because you won't just put your foot down. Like you want to have your cake and eat it too. You can't have it.
This is a great time to use this sticker.
Oh my god.
Yes, I saw that sticker. There's a TikTok of that. Follow the TikTok. It's great.
Listen, I'm learning this I'm not in a new relationship, but like it's a year old, and I am a big movie TV show fan. I watch movies and TV shows all the time, and very quickly realized that like you no longer watch things like by yourself. It is always with that person, especially like if you're married, living together, like that is always going to happen. And there are many times where I'm like, let's watch Transformers because, I just love robots. Nothing to do with Megan at all.
He only watches the first and the second one, though. He never makes it to the third.
Those other ones are garbage.
Yeah.
He only watches those two. I wonder why.
But it's like, I will suggest that, and my girlfriend's like, no, I really don't want to watch Transformers. Mainly because she's like, it's just not a good movie. Like, she's like, I don't care.
What?
Blasphemy.
How dare you?
I don't care
to
about
Paddy's
Optimus
girlfriend,
Prime.
you're wrong. You are the asshole.
I want to see Shia
Objectively.
LaBeouf go to the Lexus, or think he's going to the Lexus dealership every night of the week. Okay?
Yeah.
I need to see that.
Bernie Mac is in that movie, and he's
Yes.
a legend.
For
So
maybe a minute and a half. But
that's enough.
and most of the time I'm like, all right, yeah, you know what, I can find us another. But it is just like you do need to like compromise on what you watch. Like you always are going to be watching with that person. So if it is like a problem where like they will not watch like anything that you want to watch, obviously it's not a deal breaker because it's just a movie. It's just what you watch. But at the end of the day, it does make it very difficult because most couples use that time to kind of wind down, relax. Like that's the time to like veg out on the couch, kind of turn your brain off, but be together.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna defend this guy a little bit because one thing I thought of was he left the Mormon Church, which fair dues to him. Like Darrien said, no disrespect to the Mormon Church. But I actually kind of think when he married his wife, he was Mormon because he says he left 3 years ago and they've been married for over 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it's kind of the dick. Not like if you want to leave the church, it's totally your choice. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But you don't get to marry someone and say, yeah, we're getting married. We have similar values. We agree on a lot of
I
things.
see what you're gonna say.
And then change your mind and then go, wow, you're a dick for not changing your mind with me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like to me,
Yeah.
that's kind of fucked up. It's like when she married you, she was under the correct assumption at the time that you had similar values.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah,
you
unless
changed
he
your
had brought up
values.
like his hesitation that like
Yeah.
this wasn't just a whim thing that like
Yeah.
talking
My
about
thing
it
is
for a
like the
while.
Mormon church, though, like they're so serious. Like I feel
Yeah.
like there's no way he wasn't already thinking about this if he got all the way to leaving the church. So they're like, I
said,
guess
not
maybe
on a
they
whim.
didn't, but
It couldn't have been on.
yeah, like, and it was only 2 years after they got married, so there's no way he never brought it up. Like, so maybe it is like his wife just like kind of hoping that he was gonna change his mind, and then he just didn't. Also,
Yeah, and that's totally fair. Like, yeah, there could have been like signs. The only way it's okay though is if you had a conversation. He's like, "Hey, we're
Mhm.
getting married, but like, I don't know if this is a permanent thing for me." You
Mhm.
know, but that's where I'm going. Where it's like, I agree, it is really annoying and kind of fucked up to like not trust your partner. Like,
Mhm.
and I get it; it's in their church, so I don't want to like be disrespectful to that. But
Yeah.
like, you should just trust your partner. Like, if your partner sees nudity, like, what, that you think they're gonna go like, I need to have sex with that woman or man right now. Like, no, they're a normal human. They're going to see that and go, okay, it's a
Turns
movie.
you into a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually just turn into like a Gooner Werewolf that like just freaking
Gooner
can't help himself.
Werewolf.
It's
Title of the
Episode name, yeah, episode name.
it's what hyper-religious like parents think that their kids are going to do if they ever watch. And he's like, he saw a naked woman. He'll never be the same again.
It's like
He'll
the
be
old
a
Dare
gooner.
commercials with like.
Oh, so
he-
good.
He smelled marijuana, and now he craves crack cocaine.
What's the meme's like,
Dude.
no, Bobby, look, shield your eyes. Don't look at them.
I think I've told you guys this story, but I'll tell it now for the podcast. Growing up in Texas as a child in like the mid 2000s to the 2010s, in middle school, I remember I was a late bloomer. I'll just put it that way. I did not know what any of this stuff was. I didn't know what porn was. I didn't know like blah blah blah. And I remember
Oh
being
my
in
God,
middle school.
I love this story so
I remember
much.
being in middle school and they gave us a presentation in the library and they're like, oh, do you guys know what porn is? We're all like, some of the people were like totally like, no, I don't know. But like I was one of those like sheltered ass kids
Check
who
that man's
actually
history.
didn't know.
Check that
I
man's
actually
history.
didn't know.
Some of the guys are like, a woman? I don't,
Yeah.
when?
Literally, I've never what? So I remember they were like, oh, it's when you like look at a person like with their clothes off, essentially. So naturally, I Googled it immediately
Yes.
because like I didn't know what it was, but I remember they had
Again,
a
the first
slideshow.
Google is show me hot girl on
Yeah.
car, no clothes.
Literally, like I like in the presentation, they're like, yeah, this is Ted Bundy. And he was addicted to
my God.
and he ended up murdering 40 women or whatever. Like I remember we were all like, what? Like how do those things tie together?
This is Ted Bundy. He drank water and
Yeah,
he
literally.
killed 40 women.
They were essentially
Wake up,
trying to be
sheeple.
like, if you watch, you might as well be Ted Bundy. Like you're gonna kill 50 women if you get like, and I'm like, what is and why is it making people kill people? So like I said, like I immediately went and like looked it up, and the rest is history. That's
He
what
did not
happens.
leave his room for 15 straight hours.
That's what happens when you do all this shit that like makes no sense. Like there,
If you make it seem worse to kids, they are going to do those things. It's
Yeah.
human nature to do the thing you are told not to do.
yeah, it's a what is it, the Streisand effect or whatever, where the
I don't
more
know the technical scientific
the
value
more
term.
you try to like tamp something down, the more attention it gets. And like you see this a lot, like the like guy from Shark Tank, like Mr. Wonderful or whatever. He
Kevin O'Leary.
like apparently allegedly for the legal stuff hit somebody with his boat and killed them, like 2 people. And then he like blamed it on his wife who has an alcohol problem and said that he didn't do it. And there was a guy who essentially said that he did it, like on a podcast or something. And he made the guy post like an apology on Twitter. And that's what I saw. Like, I had no idea that any of this happened. And then this guy posted like, I apologize to Kevin O'Leary, who definitely did not murder somebody with his boat, and blame it on his alcoholic wife. Like a whole thing. And
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, Kevin O'Leary, you did it.
He did it.
You did that shit.
Allegedly.
Paid that
And
guy
I'm not doing a Twitter.
$500 million.
I'm not doing a
Dude.
Twitter post to say he did it.
And so, like, that's what they call it, as a Streisand effect, because I think Barbara Streisand, like, tried to get a story killed one time, and, like, it, like, essentially made it blow up, is that, like, the more you try to be like, don't look at this, don't look at this, don't look at this, like, the
Yeah.
more that people are going to look at it, instead of, if you just ignored it, like, people would naturally pass by it. Like, you know, it's that main character syndrome where, like, everybody thinks that everyone's paying attention to them and looking at them, but, like, really nobody actually cares. Like, people are focused on themselves.
It's when people are making fun of you and they tell you just don't give them the reaction. It's the reaction that makes them continue going. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we don't read, any of your hate comments.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's why I don't read any people from Indiana telling me I don't know where the fucking West and East Coast are.
I love the hate comments because haters have the most engagement. Guys, you got to know we're farming.
I do laugh at all of them.
Yeah, but
I hope everybody understands if you ever post something mean on a TikTok about us, we are laughing about it because I guarantee one of us has already said that to the other one.
Yeah, we've screenshot it and sent it in the group if you post a hate comment.
Yes.
It's I think we have a good enough village where we aren't affected yet. Maybe there's not thousands of people saying it all at the same time.
If there were thousands of people saying it to me, you know what? Maybe it would get to me a little bit and I wouldn't be laughing as much, but
yeah, right now it's still funny to be like, oh my God, they're like, who are these guys on this podcast? Like, get them out of here. They need to make podcast equipment more expensive. And I'm like, this is us with 100 followers. Imagine like 1,000, 10,000 where the people are like, wow, fuck you for this. And you're like, dude, chill out, bro.
Speaking of milestones of listeners.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Past 1,000. Thanks, guys.
Shout out to you guys. Yeah.
Would
We
not be
passed
possible
1,000
without
downloads.
y'all.
I will say the initial claps, Paddy, for reference for the viewers, Paddy cannot hear when he hits these buttons. He does not know what they sound like.
I can't hear.
They're so loud.
They're so loud. And the claps were like, they sounded sus. Like off rip. It was like.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. The first couple claps sounded
funny
crazy.
If you clicked claps and it sounded like crazy. It was like, that's not the claps we were talking about when we put that on the board.
You'd be like,
oh no.
What? No! The first few, it's like the straggler. Like, it was the person who clearly started the applause, so they're like looking around, they're like, oh, yeah. Like, there was no confidence in them.
Which brings us all the way back around to something I wanted to mention. Paddy, you were talking earlier about teenagers' first things they look up when they realize, oh, I can look this up and just find it instantaneously.
I can just find these things?
It's how everything is in chronological order. It's, can my parents see my search history on the internet bill?
Yes.
Can my search history be found by others? Like on
can the police
hot girl
find them?
On car, yeah. Can police find, if they find my phone, can they find it? And then
dude, they're like treating it
car.
like AI is now, where it's like, can you put this picture together for me? It's like, can you put them on a car? Can you take their clothes off?
Yes.
Dude, people are tripping with that AI shit.
Grok,
they're fucking...
Dude, Twitter is a bad place.
Twitter is horrible, but I can't delete it. Because I love looking at it. I just rage bait myself.
That fucking live stream where Elon Musk was like playing a game or something, and for an hour, we're just talking about getting hate. This man just endures every single person in the comments, and it just says like, Elon Musk is a has joined the stream. Elon Musk is a fat bitch loser has joined the stream.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to bleep this so hard.
Dude, it's so funny. You just see him, he's playing, he's like...
dude, he has to know though. Like, he literally is like a cartoon villain at this point where like people who know nothing about him are like, I hate this guy. Like, he has lots of money and he does weird shit with it. Like, and I mean, look, there are some files out there. There may or may not be, a guy that we were just talking about a couple seconds ago begging to go to a certain island in the middle of the ocean and never getting the invite. But,
to not get invited.
I mean, he did also do the Hitler salute, like on
he
did.
Live TV.
He did.
No, dude, they're like, this is where I draw the line. We're doing all this crazy shit, but dude, this guy, what? I can't be with this guy. This guy's weird.
Being denied from the island.
Dude, do you know what it is for that guy, that like comic level villain to go, yeah, we're just not really doing it anymore, man. Yeah, we kind of like stopped doing that last year.
Yeah, we don't really do that
All of
shit
us
anymore,
realized it was super fucked up.
Yeah.
We're no longer doing it.
Yeah, we kind of
decided.
all, we went to church and then they prayed a little bit and we said, you know what, you're right. We're not going to do this anymore. And then he sees them they go away all fast on the boat and they turn the lights back on and they're freaking partying.
God, it's so lucky that it did not happen in super social media time because someone would have posted on their story.
Oh, someone would have fucked up.
And Elon would have responded, thanks for the invite, by the way. Wow, y'all are fake as fuck.
Dude,
that would be Bill Clinton.
Right. The 80-year-old Bill Clinton would be like,
dude, did you not see him? They were
looking at
handed
the
him
pictures.
an envelope of the photos, and he was looking at that shit like he was reminiscing on his
He
college
was
days. I remember that night.
Jeff
we
was
really
on that
got out of
island.
hand that night.
Jeff looked at her and said, take that shit off her story, bro. Take that shit. Elon follows you, bro. Take it off her story.
Dude, the amount of times where you've been like, bro, I didn't invite this person and they follow you. You have to take that down. Yeah. Why were we acting like exclusive
that
celebrities?
That shit was back in high school. It's nobody wanted to hang out with you in the Walmart parking lot and do absolutely nothing.
Oh, wow,
Literally.
That's funny. I was about to say the opposite. That actually happened to me several times where I would get texts that were like, wow, fuck you, dude. And I'd be like, who told them? Guys, what the hell? Literally.
I was always a straight shooter.
Yeah.
I was always a straight shooter. I'm like, you're not invited because we don't like you. What is wrong with you?
I am much more of a Steve Carell in The Office type. It's we're just not doing it anymore, actually.
I definitely would not have considered myself a bully at any point in life, but I definitely did not consider the consequences of the things that I was saying. What I was saying was more often than not true, but I definitely didn't think about oh, this is a whole other person who has feelings. I was just like, dude, you're a jerk. That's why nobody hangs out with you, because you're an asshole. And then he'd be like, oh my God, I have problems at home. I'd be like, well, sorry, dude. You figure that shit out in therapy,
so tough,
man.
Bro.
Go to therapy like the rest of us in high school who have fucking problems. We've all been there.
Boys, I think we have a story to vote on that we talked about at some point. I did forget
about that.
What was the story about?
Am I the asshole for watching movies that my spouse doesn't approve of? It ends with him watching movies, literally without talking to his wife first. I think it's time to vote. I know we went on a real tangent there, guys. We love you for staying with us because I know that was fucking crazy, but fun.
This is what you're here for.
Darrien.
Not the asshole. I do think that you should have a conversation with your wife about it. And just decide, is this something that's really worth it for her? Because at the end of the day, whenever you decide this is something that I'm going to continue to do, even if it's behind her back, you have to then be okay with her saying this is something that I don't want to deal with. I think that you just have to accept it. You shouldn't be going behind her back. So not the asshole, but have that conversation, big dog.
Paddy.
Yeah, not the asshole. I think you just need to kind of look in and just understand if that's worth it or not. Some of my favorite times with my girlfriend are just hanging out on the couch watching our TV show or our movies that we've been watching. We have a whole running list of ones that we want to see, especially before the Oscars. We want to watch a few so we know the movies that are up there. But if you can't do that with your person, it feels like you're missing out on a lot. So it kind of feels like you need to have a bigger conversation of what that all looks like. But I don't think you're an asshole.
Well, I'm going to willingly take the L here and say he is the asshole. But with that,
I need the explanation.
Snap!
I need the explanation.
Get into that.
I was serious. I really do think that it's fucked up to marry someone and have them, at least in the story. In the story, we don't hear that he had doubts, that he communicated without knowing any of that. And it's seeming like you were a part of the Mormon church. I do think it's kind of fucked up to marry someone and then change your ideals and then say, am I the asshole for wanting to do something that is compromising the ideals we agreed upon when we got married?
That's fair.
It's much more minor, mind you, a much more minor version of this. But it's when someone's oh, I know I said I wanted kids, but then things change and now I don't want kids. And it's while you're entitled to that, when you married this person, You agreed, so it's not on them to comfort you. It's on you to figure out how you're going to make that work because you.
Fair enough. It's a
you
good
had talked
explanation.
about.
Yeah.
It's a good explanation.
Now, mind you, if you say I really want to watch this, I do think you should get some grace. Like don't be so defensive. If you go through this, and she goes, fine. Well, I need full access to your phone at all times. I don't want to see you like talking to other women. Yeah, of course. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's weird. But as of now, I am on the you're the asshole side. Talk to her, have a full conversation about it. Say, hey, I will watch it with you. I'll watch it. Or maybe I will watch it with you if that makes you more comfortable. So it's not like I'm watching it behind your back or whatever. But like, she thought you were aligned to those values.
Yeah. And not every relationship has to work out. Like, I mean, it sounds really like messed up and sad and stuff, but like, honestly, you guys, if it gets to that point, like, you're probably better off like seeing other people so she can find someone who aligns with what she believes in and you can find a person who aligns with what you believe in, and like, don't like be miserable for your whole life because you're committed to a decision that you made. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're helping both of you by getting out of a situation that's making both of you unhappy. So, you know.
Yep. I agree. It is a little harsh, but if you've changed your values and she's entitled to be pissed, you may just have to, just have a deep conversation.
Take that L. Love her from a distance, big dog. Sorry, brother.
With that being said, thank God they're not having financial troubles, right? Because financial troubles are like the number one thing that ends relationships all the time. And sports gambling famously has never ended a single relationship. It only fixes it.
It's never gone wrong.
Statistically proven that women love men who gamble on sports. It's why I don't.
Clearly,
Paddy,
that's true.
Paddy, hit us with the bet.
There's a lot of international competition going on. We've had Olympics, Winter Olympics in Italy. We're watching the World Baseball Classic right now going on. We've got a lot of golf tournaments internationally, in between a lot of different countries represented by those players. But I'm going to focus on a big one, and one that is coming to the United States this summer in the FIFA World Cup. I'm very excited. I don't get into soccer very often. I do get into soccer for the Olympics, the World Cup, and the Euros. Those are the three that I get excited about. I watch. I actually find very enjoyable. And so I'm going to be taking the United States to make it out of the group stage and into the knockout stage. I think they have a really favorable draw, probably rigged, because we're the home country and they want us to get to the round of 16. And FIFA notoriously very corrupt. They have a pretty easy group. I think this is probably one of our better teams in recent years. I'm very excited to watch at our local bar because they are a soccer bar. They do have a rooftop. This will be in the summer, so one of our coworkers and I love to go and watch soccer there. We've done it a few times. I will be watching all of the U.S. games there, having couple beers, watching the U.S. Hopefully make it out of the group stage and into the knockout stage. I actually do like them to make it past the quarterfinals, and really make a deep run and a deep push. But if you wanted a play for the finals, I like Portugal to win it all this year. I think Ronaldo finally gets a World Cup. I think he finally hoists the trophy. Shout out my boy Zeki. Big Ronaldo fan, has a jersey from every stop Ronaldo has ever made.
Really? That's actually kind of cool. That's actually really cool.
He is a massive fan. He goes to Portugal a lot. He was at the Euro games. He's trying to figure out coming to the States to watch a.
Oh, nice.
As someone who doesn't like soccer but speaks Spanish and his heritage from a Hispanic country, Ronaldo has an effect on the Hispanic community that is unbelievable. I mean, that man is a physical specimen. I think his body fat percentage is like below 7% or something.
Yeah, dude.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, -5, actually. He has extra muscle.
He's chiseled.
Yeah. Yeah. And he seems like a cool guy. I've seen that interview a million times where like a kid's trying to speak Portuguese and like ask him a question and everyone starts laughing because I think he's like Asian, but he's trying to speak Portuguese. And he's like, At least he fucking speaks 2 languages. Shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you all? And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Another clip where there's a guy who impersonates him, and then he goes, "You don't look like me. You're quite ugly." He literally says that to him. So
don't look up Ronaldo Las Vegas. Whatever you do.
Ronaldo's nice to kids, which is cool. But then, yeah, I've seen like when he went to where does he now in like Kuwait? No,
no,
Saudi
Arabia.
Yeah. And they were like, you cannot live with anyone who's not your wife. And they're like, but it's Ronaldo. Fuck. I guess I'll just let him live with his girl, I guess. Shit.
Yeah, they gave him like $1 billion fucking dollars. They're not going to let that shit go to waste.
Nuts. It's like $780 million for, I want to say, just the year.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God. What do you even do at that point? You make like probably
you wipe your ass
million
with $100 bills. Like,
yeah,
that's
you
what
make
you do.
500 million liquid cash, like literally after taxes, which I don't even know how their taxes work over there. He probably don't even pay
I was about to say, I don't think it's a lot, man.
The government doesn't give you money and then tax you on the money the government gives you.
Yeah. So, dude, he literally has like $750 million in liquid cash after a year.
That's like all the live golfers too, like Tommy Fleetwood, who is just.
Should we
there.
just like reach out to Ronaldo every single day asking for $3 million until he gives it to us?
No, you send him an invoice for accounts payable every day, and then eventually just someone pays for it.
I was gonna say, dude, I feel like at some point he would just sign it because he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we gotta figure this out. Let's on camera decide how we're gonna do fraud to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh man.
Well, with that being said, we've been running for a while, boys. So we're on a streak right now. Get ready. Summer's around the corner. The weather's turning. We hit the driving range yesterday. It was wet and not ideal. I'll be honest in terms of conditions. But we went to the driving range.
Swing felt bad.
Maybe some content. I don't know. But we also have an Instagram, a TikTok. We're on YouTube, we're on the podcast app, we're on the Spotify app. We have a second podcast. 2 of us just got married. 1 of us has a girlfriend that he loves a lot. Woo! See you guys next time.
Twitter and Reddit.
I don't know.